Welcome back to another episode of the Ipswich Career Mode here. It's the start of Season 3 where today we only have 47 million to spend. We pretty much almost need a new entire team. We have a lot of players that have been loaned back out to their club, or not loaned back out, but their loan has obviously expired. We get Budati back to the club, but he's only up to 71 overall. We have Liam Delop, who's for some reason playing right wing. Don't know why that's a thing. Liam Delop and Haji Wright as our strikers. One of them might be sold this window. We'll see what happens with that. Morgan Rogers is almost the only player that is completely safe alongside Thiago Santos and Davis. And Rooney Bargi, I guess you could say. Murdic, he's a decent goalkeeper, but we want somebody better. We got to aim for somebody better. O'Shea, I think is fine, but I think if we have another center back like Greaves here, I think O'Shea and Greaves could do the job possibly. I want to bring back Simon Garcia on a permanent deal. Maybe we look more defensively options better for that as well. I still think I want a new striker. Obviously, the main aim, though, is a goalkeeper, and we might go free agent shopping too as well. Might have to. Now, free agents a little lackluster. There's a couple decent options here. They're all being poached, so if we want to move, we got to move on them quickly. The best of the lot being Leon Abbott, a right back, 79 overall. Not quite sure if I really would want him, but he could be a good bargaining tool if we bring him in for free and steal him from Tottenham. So that could be something we do. We have another couple options that I could bring in as backup options for Thiago Santos. We have Texeira, who I think I'm automatically going to bring in as a backup option for Leif Davis. I think that is good there. Moreno, he's just a good squad depth player. Ibrahim Conte, a good little striker, squad hub player, and he does have power header plus, but he's 5'10", so not much power header is about him. So I think we bring in Abbott, we bring in Vitale as well. We bring in Abbott as a bargaining tool. We bring in Vitale as a backup, maybe squad depth, and maybe squad depth as well. Let's go ahead and see if we can bring in Abbott though. And Abbott does accept it, and Abbott, welcome to the club. He'll come in. Whether or not he stays will be a test of the transfer window. And if he does stay, he will fight in battle with Thiago Santos for that starting spot at right back, because he's good enough to start and he's good enough to battle. But he is a bargaining chip for us, at least for right now. And so we do go ahead and bring in Daniel Vitale, 18-year-old, 5'9", right back, and we bring in Texeira as a left back. These two players are backup options. Abbott is obviously a bargaining tool. The other two free agents we're just kind of going to let go. We have 47 million to spend. We got to spend it. We need better players. I need options, so let's go shopping for options. Now, somebody I did just find is Ike Schmidt, 6'4" goalkeeper at Newcastle. He is pretty much worth our entire budget, so we're going to try and offer Murdic to try and sweeten this deal. 24 million on top. See what they say. They want 40 million flat. I quite literally, I can't afford it. I just can't afford to pay 20 or 40 million flat. Even spending 27 there, it's pretty much 2/3 of our budget gone down the drain. Do we do it? If we do it, we might be forced to sell some players. We might be forced to loan in the market once more. But I think a good keeper, a great keeper, and one that could be here for the rest of the time, in all honesty, is the main priority. So I think we bite the bullet, we bite the transfer budget, and we just get the job over that line. Ike Schmidt looking to come in for roughly 27 million. Well, exactly 27 million. Obviously crucial. Obviously a 5-year deal. If we're still here at Ipswich in 5 years, that knows we are just a failure and probably won't be here in 5 years, because I'll probably call it quits there. He's currently on 28K a week. We'll give him 40. We'll give him a 12K increase there. That is reasonable. We have our new #1 goalkeeper in Schmidt. And Ali Al-Hamade go ahead and leaves to Watford. We finally get him. Only $1 million out of him, but it's still money. So we'll take what we can get. I think I might have just found my new striker. that could be here for a long time. I think I'm selling Liam Delap. I think I might keep Haji Wright. Liam Delap, I just haven't had the best of time with. Obviously, Haji Wright got the starting spot last season, and it's been unchanged, unchallenged since that moment that he got put in the starting 11. Liam Delap, he's just not doing it for me. I know he's young in the game, and we could give him time, but we're just going to go ahead and probably sell him. And I think a perfect answer to possibly challenge Haji Wright for that starting spot is Ronnie Schmidt out of Roma. He's left-footed, 5'10", 20 years old. I'm hiding something, but look at this. Look at all of this. Acceleration 81, sprint speed 80, balance is 81. His stamina could do some work. His attack vision or position could definitely do some work. His finishing could definitely do some work. So maybe not one of the best of players, but I'll tell you what something great about him is. All the play styles he has: finesse shot, power header, tiki-taka, rapid, first touch, trivela, long throw. I haven't seen a youth-generated player get this many baseline things that's not from the youth academy in a very long time. So I think Ronnie Schmidt is an exception, and I think we bring him in now. And we do have a couple more players possibly leaving the club. Thomas Belmonte, his time over here at Ipswich. He'll go over to France for 9.3 million. I should have just waited a day because I tried to bring in that Schmidt guy. I just couldn't afford his wages at their transfer deal. I should have just waited. Somebody who we are definitely looking to let go is Ugbane. 4.2 million. We'll say yes to that. Haji Wright, he is transfer listed, but we are going to go ahead and just take him off the transfer list there. So we won't lose Haji Wright. We will lose Liam Delap though, hopefully. And it might be him now walking out the doors. It is Liam Delap walking out the front doors. Good start. Got benched by Haji Wright. Haven't looked back since. Haven't really given the game time. Admittedly, my fault for not playing him more. But Liam Delap, his service here is done at Ipswich Town. He's going over to France as well for 10 million flat to RC Lens. We could have got about 4 or 5 million more, but that's what happens when you delegate deals. The bargaining chip has actually worked, and we still probably overpaid cash value because they accepted it instantly. But we say goodbye to Abbott in a swap deal for Decorte. He's going to come in from RC Lens. Instead of paying upwards of 30 to 40 million, we pay 10 million using Abbott as a swap deal pawn. That was the only aim with him. So Thiago Santos must stay. The other guy, Niate or something like that, is going to have to be our backup. But Decorte is going to come in and boost up this midfield. He's a very, very good signing, a very great player. He should take us and help take us to that next level that we want to be. I want to make another run, maybe try and get a Cowbell Cup run, maybe get into there. But you see there, Leon Abbott plus 10 million. Chiek Decorte, welcome to England. Welcome to Ipswich. Let's get to work. Somebody is walking out the front doors. This is Ugbene going to Everton for 4.2 million. Good for the first season. A little bit of good squad depth until we brought in Rooney Bargi, and now we say goodbye to him. And we say hello to one of two loanees. And in fact, we say goodbye to Wolfenden for 4.15 million. That will open the door for somebody coming in on loan. And the man of Taylor Hardwood Bellis just scored his first goal for England only a couple of weeks ago. He'll join the squad here on loan to give us that squad depth and to battle for O'Shea and Greaves in that starting center back position. And he should hopefully help us grow. And another loanee. I had to ship my focus to loanees for the time being, especially in that back line. Once more, we say hello to Van Hecke. He joins on loan from Wolves. He joined Wolves in this save about last year, about January, I think, in last season. So we go ahead and loan him in for this season, and now he is guaranteed to start because he's 80 overall, so he will 100% start. He's looking like a very good center back as well. Van Hecke, welcome to Ipswich. Our back line is all but set here now. It's now to pretty much firm that midfield a little bit, maybe. I think our midfield might be good, and possibly bring in Schmidt as our striker. That might be the only things we need to do. Maybe find some backup wingers that could be good, or maybe some wingers that could be good to start as well. Don't think we could bring in Shakova. I think Shakova is going to cost a little bit too much. But Mr. Van Hecke, welcome to Ipswich. And we get our man we wanted, Ronnie Schmidt. Welcome to Ipswich. We actually got a deal a little bit less, not too much less because it's only about $500,000 less than the $15 million we got him for $14.5 million. But Ronnie Schmidt, welcome to Ipswich. You will more than likely not start right away, but you will definitely have your spot in your earnings to earn that starting spot against Haji Wright. I mean, I can't just drop Haji Wright completely from the team. I know I was looking at possibly selling him at the start of the season, but something smacked me in the face, said keep Haji Wright. And Haji Wright, maybe it's the Americanism in me, in Haji Wright. So welcome to the club, Ronnie Schmidt. You're going to have to compete with one of the top goal scorers, if not the top goal scorer. I didn't really check. If not the top goal scorer of last season. Now, somebody we're going to bring in is another cam, a backup cam. We're going to include Sammy Smodics in this deal. Sammy Smodics is getting on the older side, and honestly, anytime I bought him on as a sub for Morgan Rogers, he just wasn't hitting the same spot that he hit in that first season. So we go ahead and bring in a younger, about the same overall at the moment, 75, a young prospect in Italy at the moment, Nico Paz. Welcome to Ipswich, obviously coming from Como, with plus Sammy Smodics, plus I think 5.7 million it was included in it, so still steep cash value wise, but Sammy Smodics is gone. Nico Paz, welcome to the club. And so looking at this team right now, I see a couple areas I need to improve on. We have Hutchinson, who's currently playing left winger. Haji Wright is our main striker with Rudy Bargi. That front three is fine. It's fine for now. Omari Hutchinson might be on the way out sooner rather than later. Morgan Rogers, Adams, are pretty much a whole starting lineup is essentially fine here. We are going to go ahead and drop O'Shea here for Van Hecke. Van Hecke can get the start and play, but this whole back line plus the goalkeeper is fine. It's the bench that I kind of have a problem with. We have a striker backup. We have our left mid backup, maybe. We have our cam backup. We don't have a right mid backup. We have a couple of midfielders here that could possibly play as well, and we have obviously our defensive backup. So I think we need a right mid, and honestly there might be a chance for us to possibly bring in a left mid that's better for Hutchinson, or maybe we find some money somehow, some way to bring in the left mid I found that I want to bring in, and then Omari Hutchinson can be a backup right back and Ramazani can stay as a backup left back. So maybe I spent that Leon Abbott trading card a little bit too soon for Decorte. A little bit of cash inflow. Ben Johnson leaves. I got rid of that quickly, but Ben Johnson leaves. He's no longer needed. We have our backup right back, and Johnson never played. So there's that. Alright, we are pulling the trigger. We're not buying him because we can't afford him, but we can loan him because he's actually loan listed. So I'll take that instead. Philogene from Aston Villa will join us on loan. He's a left mid, left winger that I found. I kind of want him in permanently, but for now he's a loan listing, so we only have one season to hopefully not fall in love with him. And if we do fall in love with him, hopefully we can get him on a cheap. But Jaden, Mr. Philogene, will come into the squad. He will replace Hutchinson at starting lineup, and Hutchinson will lose his starting spot because he will technically sit on the bench for Rooney Bargi now. But there's a chance he could start for Rooney Bargi. Who knows, especially coming into the start of the season. Rooney Bargi might not be fully fit for Premier League football yet. But Jaden Philogene, welcome to the squad. I got to make you a left winger, though, to fit you into that left winger spot. And that is pretty much our transfer window all but over, essentially. Don't know if we're really going to do too much. How much can we get for Ramazani here? They want around 5 to 6 million. I think we got to keep him. I think we got to keep Ramazani. In the starting lineup for our first game, Rooney Bargi is match fit ready. He's ready to go. It's at Portman Road for the third season in a row. Philogene starts at left wing. Haji Wright at striker. Morgan Rogers, Decorte at center defensive mid. Schmidt, his first game as our goalkeeper. Greaves gets the captain's armband for today. Don't know how that will stay. Probably a long time because I don't like changing it. I just can't be bothered changing it. Let's get into it. It's Ipswich versus Nottingham Forest. Let's see if we can start the season on a high note. We beat Nottingham Forest last season to get to the final of the FA Cup. They're looking for their revenge in that. We lost the FA Cup, unfortunately, to Arsenal. If you missed that, quite literally last episode. It's the reason why we're not in European football, and obviously it's finishing mid-table, but that was expected. We wanted to finish mid-table, so we reached our goals there. We were not expecting a cup run, but a Mickey Mouse Cup run as we nearly go down 1-0 already. But a Mickey Mouse Cup run draws for us, led us to the final. Santos into Rooney Barger, who's back from injury. Is he the reason why we didn't win the FA Cup? Because we didn't have his services. He's the reason why we got to the FA Cup final for sure. Coming in and starting over Omari Hutchinson on the right-hand side. Cross comes in. Can Haji Wright, no, it was actually Philogene there. Can Haji Wright get back to scoring ways like he was last season? Or will the threat of Schmidt make him drop? Haji Wright is there. Side netting for Haji, out for a goal kick. Decore, he's a little bit of a chunky man there. Rooney Bargy now. Rooney Bargy into Haji Wright. Haji Wright down to Morgan. Morgan Rogers trying to strike first. It's a great save by the keeper. It's going to stay in play, and Philogene will be the first one there. He'll whip a cross in. That one's a horrible cross. And now we only Gibbs White. Morgan Gibbs White. Tackle Tyler Adams up the field for Philogene. And Philogene now down the left-hand side. Philogene crossed in. Haji Wright won't win that. It's Kimpembe who's at Nottingham Forest. That's an interesting signing for them. Morgan Rogers. Kimpembe caught stabbing. Morgan Rogers trying to take advantage of that. Save shot. Still can't get a corner. Tyler Adams will win it. Down to Morgan Rogers. That's intercepted. They might. They will not. They might. That clearance isn't the best. That's still clearance. Get rid of the ball. Get rid of the ball. Awioni. And we will not quite yet go to halftime. 1-0 or 0-0. Now we will. Schmidt with the easy save there. Halftime. 0-0 here against Nottingham Forest. Gene. Cross. Oh, what is that? Why is that overhit? It might fall for Rooney Bargy. It won't. It might fall for Morgan Rogers. It won't. Did we catch him on the offside trap? It didn't look like we did. We did it. I didn't even try the offside trap. Morgan Rogers on the counterattack. Rooney Bargy's up there with them. Rooney Bargy gets past one, but Kimpembe gets back. It's still with Rooney. Now into Philogene. Philogene trying to find Haji Wright. Leif Davis. Haji Wright. His last efforts of the game before he's coming off. Philogene. Back across. Intercepted straight into the keeper's hands. Let's go and make those changes now. That way they're ready to come on later. Haji Wright off for Schmidt. Hutchinson on for Rooney Bargy. Nico Paz will come on his return, on his debut. Hardware Billis will give him his debut at center back. Jansen on for Tyler Adams. And that's it, because that's 5 changes. And now here comes Nottingham Forest, possibly on the counterattack. In the winner, Hardware Billis clears it. Thiago Santos second clearance, and now the game is opening up. It's Jansen on the ball. It's still Jansen somehow keeping control, getting taken out. And that might be a red card for what remains of this game. It's just a stupid challenge by Gibbs White. It is. It's actually not Gibbs White, it's Kamada. Is Gibbs White not number 8? I thought he was. Guess not. Van Hecke. Jaden into Schmidt. Schmidt now was not offside. It's a corner. Last chance of the game. Omari Hutchinson into Harwood Bellis. On the rebound. Save. Cleared. Is that going to be another corner? It doesn't matter. It's game over. A 0-0 draw. How have we not scored there? It fell perfectly. I think that was Leif Davis that it fell perfectly for, so probably not the best option. But a 0-0 draw in our home opener. When we come back next episode, we'll wrap up the transfer window. We have our FA Cup. We have our Carabao Cup Mickey Mouse run start with Portsmouth. Whether or not we can make a run in the Carabao Cup, I'll try and make an aim in the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. Premier League action against Fulham and Burnley. We'll see what can happen from there. But for now, that's it. Me today. Leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.